After winning the 2019 Heisman Trophy, well, starring for the University of Oklahoma, Kyler Murray quickly validated the Arizona Cardinals' faith in him. Already a Pro Bowler, Murray has produced consecutive strong seasons while emerging as one of the game's most effective dual-threat quarterbacks. So what does that mean for year 3? For that, we're going to welcome in Jason LaCanfora. So we're about to embark on year 3 for Kyler Murray. It seems like the Cardinals are doing whatever they can to try and help him, providing him weapons up the wazoo. Murray even came out and said he has more weapons that he could ask for. So JLC, year 3 of the Murray experiment, how does it play out?
Well, look, I wish I had a crystal ball, but I'll tell you how it needs to play out. More consistency. A little more of this team winning on early downs within sort of the confines of this Cliff Kingsbury offense, and not their games coming down to scramble drills and what happens when the offensive line breaks down, what happens when Kyler Murray just has to create for himself, because in the eyes of many defensive coordinators who faced them over the last couple of years, they tend to do their best work in those situations, but those situations aren't really replicable and only happen so many times in a game. That's not going to be your base offense. And ultimately, it needs to manifest itself in a playoff appearance. Otherwise, I think you're going to have probing questions asked about a general manager who, remember, got rid of a quarterback he took 10th overall 1 year later to take Murray at the top of the draft. I know it's a tough division, but the Cliff Kingsbury hire was a little bit odd to many. And ultimately, it's about winning football games and having a chance to play for everything in the postseason, and that's got to be the bare minimum expectation for that football team this year.
Definitely the focus. We're going to keep it in the NFC West now. News came out yesterday about Jamal Adams, but there's a whole other situation with Dwayne Brown. He's in the final year of his current pact. He wants the extension. The Seahawks are holding back. Russell Wilson, though, has made it clear that he wants and expects Brown in the lineup come opening day. So what now? What's the resolution here?
Well, I think they need to find a way to, at the very least, incentivize Dwayne Brown to put more likely to be earned, accessible bonuses and incentives in that contract that are, dependent upon him being on the active game day roster, things like that. I'm not talking about, here's $5 million if you're all pro. It needs to be some middle ground there. Remember, Seattle's been through this before. Dwayne Brown was having an issue with the Texans when Seattle acquired him in the first place, and Seattle sweetened the pot for him as part of that deal. We're back there again. We know where Russell Wilson stands on this. He's sick of being hit. He's sick of running for his life. That was clear throughout the offseason, and he thinks Dwayne Brown's a top 10 left tackle. So, you don't want to go through this thing with Russell Wilson next year again, even though I think you're gonna. At the very least, you should probably find a way to placate this situation and try to put the best 5 guys you can possibly have together and have them in the right mindset heading into a season in which, let's face it, it could be a unique one, and it could be a pivotal one to that franchise.
Not much makes me happier than a little JLC whisper over there. All right, we got a few quarterback battles around the league. We're going to take a look at Denver here today. So we got Drew Lock, Teddy Bridgewater. Which way are they going?
I think this is Teddy Bridgewater's job ultimately, just because of the comfort level that he provides as someone who's been to the postseason, who for most of his career has protected the football, managed the game, not tried to play outside himself, not got caught up in the moment and ended up being a double agent. And I think to keep it simple, stupid philosophy is one that Vic Fangio espouses from his offense. Let us win the game running the ball, playing defense, and you just keep us in situations to prosper. The highs are high with Locke, but the lows are really low, and they come too often. And I just think Bridgewater was with that general manager in Minnesota. I think he fits their template well. They inherited Drew Lock. They didn't go out on a limb for Drew Lock like John Elway did. I think it's going to be Teddy.
Keep it simple, stupid. Kiss. Thank you so much, JLC. Always appreciate your insight here on HQ. For more in the field as we prepare you for the NFL regular season, tune into the All Things Covered podcast, most recently coming at you live from Minnesota. So our guys, they are keeping you focused with everything on the field, but expect all things to be covered.
Do you want a sports network that delivers everything that matters about the game? The highlights, the picks, the instant analysis, no yelling, no fake debates, no politics. Hit the subscribe button and never miss a moment.